What's good, guys? It's Noir Tapes back with another video. Today I was in the process of making this like really gritty gangster beat. Basically, I was thinking about this morning, I wanted to start a beat with the piano. I want to use the piano more after my last week's gear review. And so I figured I'd start with it. I've been using it a few times this week, just when I was making beats, like sampling. I would be doing the sampling with the keys and it sort of hits different, it's a different workflow. But yeah, so today I decided to start with piano and I'll get some more practice in making my own samples. And so I started with just the most basic piano. I literally went into Ableton's like stock sounds and used the piano that you find in Ableton. And I started with that. So this is it here without any effects on it. I think the important thing to remember when making samples, if you're playing it by hand, it's going to be easier. Don't play everything at full volume. You don't need to do it. Keep it chill, keep it simple. So all I did to the stock piano was I took the reverb that was on there. It comes with like a bunch of little knobs. I'll put a picture on the screen here. But basically I just turn the reverb up so I get longer notes. But yeah, so I started with the piano, just turn the reverb up a little bit to get some sustained notes. So I literally started with the piano and just turn the reverb up. And then I started playing around with the notes, trying to find a pattern. This is the one I came up with here. So I like the way that sounded, and I ended up playing the first section with a bit quicker speed than the second section to give it a bit of timing variation. And I just literally hit record, laid it down. And then I decided I wanted to make it sound like a sample. So the first plugin I added was Decimort. I've done a plugin review on Decimort before. I'll link it in the corner here. Go check that one out. This is doing most of the work to make it sound like an old sample. I literally just pulled it up and I tried out a few presets. I have a few that I go to. I don't necessarily use this one a lot, the ringing the bell preset. I decided to give it a go today, and so I went with that one. But yeah, so this is what it sounds like now. And so that would sound pretty tight. And before I moved on to the drums and bass, I wanted to add a little something else just to give it a bit more pizzazz, a bit more flavor. So I ended up just using the notes that are played in a little chord and just playing it up the top here. And so I just added that in the pocket, in a little pocket at the end there. And then I went and added the drums and the bass to it. These are the drums I picked out here. That's pretty nice. You know, I've done countless tutorials on drums before. And so I laid down the drums and then I went on to do the bass. And I literally just used the first note that I played in the little pattern on the piano and then played around the scale of that particular note. So it was an F, so I went, and then I went up. It was really only these three notes I used. I played this one. This one was the first note of the piano pattern. This one was the end note of the piano pattern because it goes. And then this one wasn't in the piano pattern, but I thought it'd be cool to add a bit of frequency variation. So that's one here. Just goes below the F. It's only a half step, so it gives it a bit of dissonance as well, which I like. And so this was the whole beat I came up with here. And so there you go, that's how I made the beat all together. I did add a little verse section. I just used a filter on top of the effects I added to the piano. That way it emulates like I'm using an actual sample. The Decimort effects are already on the piano sound before it goes into the filter. So it works the same way as if I've taken a sample from the internet and added a filter. It's the same principle. I've added the filter on top of the Decimort sound, which makes it sound like a sample. So I added a filter in the verse just to give it a bit of depth. But yeah, easy video today, pretty short. I want to make more use of this particular piece of gear. Maybe start doing shorts using the pads up here, playing the piano, you know. I want to get better at playing songs on the piano, so I'm starting to practice that a lot too. Maybe I'll even look for a piano teacher, who knows. I'm probably, you know, I'm getting a bit old. I'm 22, but you know, it's like a piano lessons you should have started when you were younger. You'd have it by now easily, but you know, I'm driven now, and I didn't want to do piano as a kid. I didn't want to do any instruments, even though I did a few, but like, you know, I couldn't play any of them now for you. That's the fact. Anyways, thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.